Hey guys, Tana Ashley here. Today is time for a very serious talk. I've promised you guys that I was going to talk on the subject for about 3 weeks now. And it's just been very difficult for me to actually sit down and actually try to get through a whole video without crying or anything like that. So I'm going to try and do that today. The topic is depression and suicide. And my purpose for putting this video out is in hopes that if someone is in a dark place right now, please talk about it with someone you care about. You could even talk about it with me, just anyone. Just don't do anything that is stupid, because I'm so sick of seeing headlines and statuses on Facebook about someone taking their own life. And I just feel like if I put out this video and someone's going through a dark time, it may open the door and actually save a life. And that is the purpose. So yeah, okay, time for, I guess, the story. So last summer, I had just completely lost all desire to just live, I guess. I was sitting on the bathroom floor and I had told my parents, like, I'm done with life. I don't want to do this anymore. And my ex was living with me at the time, and he picked up and left that night. So that kind of pushed me more over the edge, and I just told my parents, I was like, I'm done. Like, I truly have no fucking desire to live. So my whole family shows up at my door with yogurt. Way to my heart. Frozen yogurt. Let me make sure I add the frozen in there, just so, yeah, everyone knows. Frozen yogurt. If you want to know the way to my heart, frozen yogurt, okay? But yeah, so they all showed up, and my mom's just like, come on, like, let's do therapy, blah, 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 like, let's work through this, you'll be okay, like, you know, it's okay to feel this way. And my parents, my whole family, they were so understanding and so there for me and so accepting. And instead of like, oh, what the fuck is wrong with you, they were, okay, let's find the solution. It's okay to feel like that, but let's get through this and let's get a solution for you. So the solution was my best friend's coming to stay with me for the weekend. And then therapy the next week. And so, you know, I had a blast because one of my closest girlfriends, she stayed the week with me, and it was, you know, we just BS'd and, you know, ate yogurt and frozen yogurt. and I cried a lot, and it felt great. I felt very like, okay, this is good. And the next week I started therapy, going to this lady's office, and after an hour of sitting there and just like pouring my heart out about how I felt, her response to me was, I feel like you brought a lot of baggage in from your past relationship into your new relationship. And I was just like, what? Like, I'm talking about like, I want to die right now, and you're gonna talk about me bringing into baggage into my, what the? So I was like, okay, whatever. I was like, I'm just not gonna go back to her. So after that, I like told my parents, I was like, I'm not going back to therapy. Like, that was a waste of money. She just pretty much told me like something I already knew. And, you know, it was, what I recognized in that moment was, I keep going to people looking for happiness when happiness is inside you. You can't go find happiness. Someone can bring you joy, but it's not, you can't rely on someone for your own happiness. And so she did make me realize that, because I had gotten into a relationship. I was in an 8-year relationship. I was single for 3 months and then had jumped into a new relationship. And I don't think that was enough time to truly heal and deal with all the BS that my ex put me through. For that 8 years, 7 years of 7 of the 8 years, he had cheated on me and put me down daily. He would make me believe I was crazy for thinking he was cheating on me. But then, like, after the whole 8-year relationship, I ended up talking to all these girls he had slept with, and just a ton of crazy shit. And I was like, wow, and this guy, like, still to this day tries to get me to believe that I'm mentally unstable for being an open, honest person. And I was like, that's fine, just not a relationship I want or need in my life. So after I made the decision to not go back to a therapist, I ended up calling one of my closest friends, and I said, I need you. Like, she's a very, very spiritual person. So she comes over within like 20 minutes. with her sage and her crystals. She's like, girl, we got this. Like, come on, let's make sure that you're happy and let's heal you and like all this stuff. And I'm like, all right, be open-minded. And so she turns on this meditation and sit down. She puts like all these crystals all over me. She like sages me and starts asking me questions. And it started just opening me up to like, oh wow, like, okay, so maybe this is the reason why this happened, and it spun into this, and like, cool, like now I know the answer for that, but now what's the solution? So then it was, instead of focusing on all these problems, we started focusing on the solution, and that's exactly what I needed. So, you know, the solution to everything after being in such a dark place was, you know, how do you continue to make sure that you're working on yourself every day, and how do you stay happy and, you know, just healing yourself. So every single day, what I started doing during the dark times, I started meditating every single day for 10 to 15 minutes, and it'd be very positive, guided meditations. And if anyone needs them, email me. I'll send you the links to my favorite meditations. They're all free, they're on YouTube. So I did that, and then I refocused. And that was a huge thing for me. It was refocusing on me. What do I want in my life? What are my goals? What is my purpose? And the second I had all that shit figured out again, it was like, girl, it is go time. Let's kill it. And I was just back. I was like right out of it. And the reason why I had these goals and these passions, these desires is like, I want to make this world a better place. I want to make sure that I can provide for my family if anything ever happens, or my friends. And eventually I want to have a badass dog rescue. So it's not, I can't go yet. Shit, dogs need to be saved. So, you know, it was that really, really got me out of that rut. And realizing that no matter who comes in my life, they might bring me happiness. They probably will. And they should. But I can't rely on that for happiness. So every morning from that day forward, my morning routine is the most obnoxious, most annoying thing in this entire world, but it makes me laugh, which puts me in a good mood for the rest of the day. So this is my morning routine. So I usually have Theo's sleeping like right here. Bailey's usually somewhere underneath him. And every morning, right before my alarm goes off, I usually have Theo doing this on the side of my face with his paw. And so I wake up and I'm like, you want food? And he jumps up all quick. So I sit there and I start like clapping, and I'm like, you want breakfast? Yeah, you want breakfast? Let's go get breakfast. We're gonna eat some breakfast. Woo! And I'm just like so over the top with it. And it probably, I mean, if anyone ever put hidden cameras in my house, they would just be like, this girl is off her rocker. She loves breakfast way too much. But it makes me laugh so hard because I just sit there and I'm like, you know, it amps up my dogs. They're all happy. And then I'm like, wow, I'm so ridiculous. This is hilarious. So it puts me in that mood, and it starts my day off like that. And then right after I do that, I sit down. I usually have some coffee. I have a glass of water first. And then some coffee, and I'll play like a guided meditation or a motivational video that just kind of puts me in that mood that I need to be in to conquer my goals for the day. And then I go to the gym. I go to a gym where I pretty much know everyone. They're like family, so it's like I go be goofy there, which continues to just get me in that momentum that I really need for the day and stay happy. And so yeah, that was like really how I got out of the whole depression stage. And you know, I still have my days where I'm sad sometimes, and you know, it's just, I think it's all about recognizing it, and instead of focusing on, oh, I'm depressed, I'm sad, focus on what you need to do to get out of it. I think that's the most important thing that I learned through everything, and that's the message I want to share, is just, you know, if you're struggling right now, if you're going through a hard time, if you're depressed, if you're thinking any thoughts about taking your own life or someone else's, let me know so we can actually work on that in all seriousness. Just because, I mean, it's absolutely heartbreaking that people are, I mean, it's on headlines all the time. I mean, even the guy from Lincoln Park, Chester, I'm like, damn. Like, I mean, married to a beautiful woman, great career, touched so many lives. And it's just, I mean, it's so depressing. So, you know, and then there's a lot of people who have fought for our country that take their lives every day, and that's absolutely devastating. So I just want to be here to be open and hope that this message will help someone get through whatever they're going through. And yeah, I really want to share my experience and what helped me get through that. And you know, if you need someone to talk to, I'm always an open book. I have no judgment. And I'll try to help you focus more on the solution instead of the problem, which is truly what helped me in such an amazing way. So yeah, that's that. And I think that's it for the story. I really have nothing more to say. I guess the update is I'm really, really happy now. I still act like an obnoxious moron every single day, but it puts me in such a great mood. And that's something that even when I'm married, and I don't know, probably at 100 years, like I'm still gonna be doing that. So whoever I marry, I hope that they're either an early riser where they're out the door before I am, or they can handle me acting like a moron in the morning. It's a good morning to you, motherfucker. Let's wake up and eat some breakfast. Because that's exactly what I'm gonna say. But I love you guys, and I just hope everyone is happy and healthy, and I'm here if you guys ever need anything. So